Imagine standing where humanity first walked upright, where ancient pyramids still touch the stars, and where wildlife roams as it did at the dawn of time. Africa in 2025 is experiencing a travel renaissance, offering adventures that transform visitors into storytellers of the world's most profound journeys. This magnificent continent of 54 nations stretches from Mediterranean shores to Cape Points where two oceans meet in eternal embrace. Today's travelers are discovering what explorers have known for millennia. Africa isn't just a destination. It's a revelation that changes how you see the world. Subscribe to Afro Feast for more incredible African adventures. And let's count down the top 10 African countries that should be on every traveler's list for 2025. The Pearl of Africa, as Winston Churchill famously named it. Uganda emerges as 2025's most compelling off-the-beaten-path destination, where mountain gorillas share misty forests with chimpanzees, and the source of the mighty Nile begins its 6,650-kilometer journey to the Mediterranean. This landlocked nation of 45 million people offers some of the world's most intimate wildlife encounters. From tracking habituated gorilla families in Bwindi impenetrable forest to witnessing the rare shoebill stork in Murchison Falls's papyrus swamps. Uganda's cultural tapestry weaves together over 50 ethnic groups, each maintaining distinct traditions from the ancient Buganda kingdom's royal drums to the Karamojong pastoralists' cattle-centered ceremonies. The country's commitment to conservation has created success stories like the mountain gorilla population recovery, making it a model for sustainable tourism that directly benefits local communities while protecting irreplaceable ecosystems. Victoria Falls's thundering waters announced Zambia's arrival on the world stage as adventure tourism's next frontier, where the Zambezi River carves through landscapes that have inspired explorers since David Livingstone first gazed upon the smoke that thunders in 1855. This copper-rich nation offers some of Africa's most authentic safari experiences in parks like South Luangwa, where walking safaris originated and night drives reveal the continent's most elusive predators. Zambia's 73 ethnic groups maintain vibrant traditions. From the annual Kwamboka ceremony, where the Lozi king moves his court above floodwaters, to the Nkwala First Fruits Festival that celebrates harvest time. The country's political stability and growing tourism infrastructure make it increasingly accessible, while initiatives like community conservancies ensure tourism benefits extend far beyond lodge walls into rural communities that serve as wildlife's guardians. Born from the marriage of the world's oldest desert and the Atlantic Ocean's wild coast, Namibia presents landscapes so surreal they seem crafted by alien architects, where towering red sand dunes meet skeleton coasts littered with shipwrecks, and desert-adapted elephants navigate vast wilderness with ancient wisdom. This sparsely populated nation of 2.5 million people across 825,000 square kilometers offers solitude that modern travelers rarely experience. From the otherworldly Sossusvlei dunes that shift color with the sun's passage, to the skeleton coast's ethereal beauty, where seals, flamingos, and desert lions coexist in impossible harmony. Namibia's commitment to community-based conservation has created Africa's most successful model for linking tourism with local empowerment, while its German colonial architecture in Windhoek and Swakopmund creates fascinating cultural contrasts. The country's excellent infrastructure and safety record make it perfect for self-drive adventures through landscapes that photographers dream of capturing. Lent infrastructure and safety record make it perfect for self-drive adventures through landscapes that photographers dream of capturing. Rising from tragedy to become Africa's most remarkable success story, Rwanda has transformed itself into the Singapore of Africa, where mountain gorillas live in pristine forests just hours from a capital city that rivals any in cleanliness, safety, and innovation. This small nation of 13 million people, packed into an area smaller than Belgium, has achieved what many thought impossible: reconciliation, conservation, and development that benefits all citizens while protecting irreplaceable natural heritage. The Volcanoes National Park offers the world's most accessible mountain gorilla trekking, where families of these gentle giants allow visitors into their world with trust earned through careful conservation efforts. Rwanda's cultural renaissance celebrates traditional arts like in-tour dancing and basket weaving while embracing technology and sustainability, creating a unique blend of ancient wisdom and modern innovation. The country's focus on women's empowerment and environmental protection makes it a model for 21st century development that other nations study and emulate. Lent infrastructure and safety record make it perfect for self-drive adventures through landscapes that photographers dream of capturing. Home to humanity's earliest footprints at Laetoli and the crown jewel of African safaris, Tanzania encompasses the full spectrum of African experiences, from Kilimanjaro's snow-capped summit to Zanzibar's spice-scented stone town, where Arab, Persian, Indian, and African cultures created a unique Swahili civilization. The Serengeti's Great Migration represents nature's most spectacular phenomenon, where 2 million wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles follow ancient pathways in an eternal cycle of life, death, and renewal that has continued for millions of years. Tanzania's cultural diversity includes over 120 ethnic groups. From the Maasai pastoralists whose red shukas dot the savanna landscape to the Hadzabe hunter-gatherers who maintain humanity's oldest lifestyle in Lake Eyasi's remote corners. The country's commitment to conservation has protected vast wilderness areas, while community tourism initiatives ensure local people benefit from wildlife protection, creating sustainable models that balance development with environmental stewardship. The birthplace of safari tourism and humanity's evolutionary story, Kenya offers the quintessential African experience, where the Great Rift Valley's dramatic landscapes have witnessed our species' greatest migrations and wildlife spectacles that inspired the first European explorers to pen breathless accounts of paradise found. From the Masai Mara's endless plains, where the wildebeest migration culminates in river crossings that test nature's survival instincts, to Mount Kenya's glaciated peaks that challenge mountaineers just south of the equator. This East African nation provides adventure at every elevation. Kenya's cultural richness spans 44 ethnic groups, each contributing to a national identity that celebrates both ancient traditions and modern innovation. From Kikuyu agricultural wisdom to Samburu warrior ceremonies that honor pastoralist heritage. The country's tourism infrastructure, refined over decades of hosting international visitors, ensures world-class experiences, while conservation successes like the Black Rhino Recovery Program demonstrate Kenya's commitment to protecting Africa's natural heritage for future generations. The Kalahari's jewel and Africa's democracy success story Botswana has transformed diamond wealth into wildlife conservation on an unprecedented scale, creating sanctuaries where elephants roam in greater numbers than anywhere else on Earth, while pristine wilderness areas remain virtually untouched by human development. The Okavango Delta, fed by waters that flow 1,700 kilometers from Angola's highlands, creates the world's largest inland delta, where traditional Mokoro canoes navigate channels that teem with hippos, crocodiles, and fish eagles. Botswana's low-impact, high-value tourism model limits visitor numbers while ensuring maximum benefit to local communities, particularly the San people whose ancient knowledge of desert survival spans 20,000 years. The country's political stability and excellent infrastructure make it ideal for luxury safari experiences, while its commitment to conservation has created success stories like Chobe National Park's elephant population recovery that proves sustainable tourism can fund wildlife protection while providing economic opportunities for local communities. The continent's most developed nation offers a microcosm of African experiences. From Cape Town's wine valleys that rival Bordeaux to Johannesburg's vibrant townships where jazz, art, and entrepreneurship flourish against the backdrop of apartheid's complex legacy and the Rainbow Nation's ongoing transformation. The Big Five roam freely in parks like Kruger, one of Africa's oldest game reserves, while the Cape Floral Kingdom contains more plant species than the entire British Isles, in an area smaller than Ireland. South Africa's cultural diversity reflects its complex history. From sand rock art that predates European civilization to Zulu warriors' proud heritage. From Indian communities' spice markets to Afrikaner wine farms that have produced world-class vintages for centuries. The country's excellent infrastructure, world-class cuisine, and adventure opportunities from shark cage diving to bungee jumping make it Africa's most accessible destination, while initiatives like township tours and community conservancies ensure tourism benefits extend beyond traditional tourist areas into communities that need economic opportunities most. The gift of the Nile and humanity's greatest architectural achievements. Egypt continues to reveal secrets that rewrite our understanding of ancient civilization. From the Great Pyramid's precise construction that still baffles engineers to recent discoveries in the Valley of the Kings that promise decades of new revelations. This crossroads of Africa, Asia, and Europe has witnessed 5,000 years of recorded history, where pharaohs built monuments to eternity, while the Nile's annual floods created the agricultural surplus that supported the world's first great civilization. Modern Egypt balances its pharaonic heritage with Islamic architectural masterpieces like Cairo's thousand-year-old mosques and the vibrant culture of a nation where 100 million people maintain traditions that connect them to both ancient wisdom and contemporary innovation. The Red Sea's coral reefs offer world-class diving, while the Sinai Peninsula's desert landscapes provide spiritual experiences that have inspired 3 major world religions, making Egypt a destination that feeds both the mind and soul. Topping our list for 2025, Morocco represents Africa's most accessible yet authentically exotic destination, where the Atlas Mountain's snow-capped peaks overlook Sahara Desert dunes that stretch beyond the horizon, while ancient Medinas preserve medieval Islamic civilization alongside Atlantic and Mediterranean coastlines that have welcomed traders for over 1,000 years. This North African kingdom has mastered the art of preserving tradition while embracing modernity. From Fez's 1,200-year-old university that still teaches Islamic scholarship to Casablanca's contemporary architecture that rivals any global city. The souks of Marrakech assault the senses with spices, textiles, and crafts that represent skills passed down through generations. While the hospitality of Berber nomads in the High Atlas demonstrates values that make Morocco feel like coming home to a culture that honors guests as gifts from God. Morocco's strategic location has made it a bridge between Africa and Europe, Arab and Berber cultures, creating a unique civilization that offers travelers the exotic adventure they crave with the infrastructure and safety they need. From Morocco's ancient souks to Uganda's mountain gorillas, Africa in 2025 offers transformative adventures that support conservation and local communities. These destinations prove that responsible tourism can protect wildlife while creating opportunities for African communities to thrive. Whether you're drawn to the Sahara's endless dunes, the Serengeti's wildlife spectacles, or the Nile's ancient mysteries, Africa promises experiences that will change how you see the world. Don't forget to subscribe to Afro Feast for more incredible African adventures, and let us know in the comments which of these amazing countries you'd love to visit first.